spiritual game. That's interesting, Todd. Elaborate on that.
No.
Leaves. I don't know why I didn't have... It's weird. Yeah, XSplit is X shit tonight, sorry. Anyway, hi everybody. I think I got it now, finally. Did it. Why you use XSplit? Sometimes I say to myself why I use OBS. So this may look a little different, because I actually went and did the first half of this garbage quest that I've done 5 times. Just so I can get Fus Roda. But I still have a thing to do to get the last part, which is Da. Which, if you don't know, means yes in Russian. Here's my merry band of weirdos. Anyway, welcome to another Skyrim. Feel free to play along if you... well, I mean, through bingo. And, maybe you'll have a good time. I know, I won't. No, this is pretty good. It's been weird. I'm not a sneaky archer this time. And I don't think I could be, because at all times I have like 5 things or more following me. So, there's that. I am in the market for a new axe. Even though this one is pretty cool. And I'm fucking using this weapon again, because it's so good. Vinny, did you see the Marble It Up speedrun? I didn't, but I heard about the reference. To which I would say, it takes a lot of dedication to reference one of my moments. Meat knows what's up. See, in a moment like this... Ah, Gorbash, what did you do? You killed the mud crab. This kills the mud crab. Do you remember the crab that was, like, killed by boiling? By having, like, scissors cut its face off? I kind of feel like that right about now. Well, you have to wonder how else are you gonna get the face off of a crab. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, I'm here. I decided I was gonna do Skyrim at some point, and I said, fuck it, let me do tonight. It's been cold and gross. And, I have more episodes of Hitman soon. And some Half-Life stuff. Who's this? Oh, it's a lizard. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I see. I'm gonna need to use my actual combat this time. Wait, no, I'm not. Where'd it go? Wow. Conjure skeleton minion. Well, thank you for everyone joining and saying they liked the album. I'd like to let you know that it was a really cool thing to be able to show off the album live and have people comment on it. It's the closest we get to doing any kind of live show. And, it really knocks our jollies into the sky, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, sorry. That and, oh. We're like 5th most popular album on Bandcamp at the moment. Now, That's not exactly Billboard charts, but it doesn't really need to be. That's pretty fucking cool. So, thank you. I mean, charging $3 for an album has its benefits, even if you don't like it that much. You're like, I like when he says spin. You know, sure, $3, that's not too bad. You know, I like that one song about the church, or whatever it's called. Sure, yeah. Imagine doing this quest this far in. Yeah, I like the pigeon. I liked when the pigeon was square. I'm open to having the square pigeon as a chat emote, if someone wants to do it up properly. I think we have one more slot, and if not, we can always do, you know, better Twitch TV. People seem to like that pigeon. Now, I'm not a sneaky archer. Wait, what's happening in the distance? Are they just, like... What are they doing? What is happening here?
You cannot even conceive of the power I wield.
There's a bandit thug mining and getting blasted with cold smell air. And ignoring it. And also ignoring me shooting her in the head. Oh, okay, that wasn't ignored. Wow. You know, I've said it before, but you gotta diversify your portfolio a little bit when you play Skyrim. That's how you get the level up. I'm gonna get magic. I should be getting health, I think, but... I like the idea of an orc that can also use magic. Standing attacks do 25% bonus damage with a chance to decapitate enemies. Sideways power attacks. Right. This one is a two-handed power attack while sprinting that deals critical damage. What do you think? Sprint damage with the two-handed axe? I mean, it checks out. It's an orc. Vinny, are you gonna play Monster Hunter Rise? I don't know. I have a feeling everyone that already has it now probably is going to... They've out-leveled me, and they're just gonna be babysitting me. I played it on the Switch. Yeah, I consider getting it on PC. I know Limes wants to play it, but I'd like to play Monster Hunter Rise with Lime, but... I know I'm gonna be out-leveled so quickly. And I know that I'm gonna end up spending a lot of time just catching up. And $70 is a lot for a game I played already, so Someone just said, Vinny, raid Germa immediately. Alright everybody, thank you for watching the stream. This was fun. I've been live for 11 minutes. 9 minutes. Thank you. I just go to his house. I, like, bust down his door. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I'm like, that's what you meant, right? So wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Woodstock documentary. Woodstock 99. I finally watched it. What a horrible, horrible thing that event must have been. Oh my god.
That's all you've got? That's the best you could do.
Ooh, got some flesh bone boys. Oh, I need to change the FOV. Yeah. Oh god, distended kneecaps. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about Monster Hunter Rise on PC, but I'm probably not. I'm not sure. The only reason at this point, I gotta be honest, Limes playing Monster Hunter with Limes is like the only reason I would get it, because I just don't think I'm prepared for that long process of getting my level up and then, you know, spending all the time. Mike is playing it too. Well, that's 2 reasons. But I have a feeling I'll play it twice and then, like, it's like my Minecraft revisit. I played it a couple times. It was fun. We had a good time with it. I'm not... Vinny, Mike just got a copy. Maybe you two could learn together. But I know how to play Monster Hunter. Was that a burn? Oh, fuck. I think I just got burned. Why am I still taking 7 gold from these urns? Why would I need 7 gold at this point? I mean, there's a house I could get that costs 7,500. Oh, I just picked up a ruined book. Fuck. Ruined book. Wait 2. Get out of here with that shit. I don't want that. I just need to get in here, get the Da part of Fusro Da, and then leave. What else? What else? Yeah, the Woodstock documentary. Woodstock 99, for those that don't know, was, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Rage Against the Machine, which would have been nice. But, like, this really insane attempt to bring back the Woodstock magic at, like, an old Air Force base or something, an Army base that was shut down. It was just on a hot tarmac. It was like 110 degrees. And there's a documentary on HBO. And, oh my god, does it look like an absolute fucking nightmare. I mean, Red Letter Media talked about it in their catch-up video, and I was like, you know what, Jeff recommended this. I should watch this. I watched it. It made me feel gross. Why did that ribcage just attack me? I mean, just seeing what it must have been like, the smell of mud poop alone, and like everybody moshing to Nookie from Limp Bizkit, and just like aggression, unbridled like aggression. It sounds like a miserable time, and I'm surprised anyone stayed all 3 days. Seriously, I mean, I guess they put the chili peppers there on the 3rd day, and they figured people would stay for that. Just picked up a terrible axe. The only thing I didn't like about the documentary was they tried a little too hard to, you know, like there were people that weren't there that were just like giving their opinion, and it was like a lot of theory crafting, and a lot of like, well, it's current year, and that year was bad. It's like, yeah, we know. Like, yeah. But also, you have a festival that hates you, charge overpriced water, like toilets that you can't even get to, it's 110 degrees, everything is shoddy and terrible. And you have all these like aggressive bands that inspire, like when you make a lineup that aggressive, you're not going to get peace and love. So yeah, that was, it looked to me like a complete fucking nightmare. I would not have wanted to be there. I mean, even the lineup wasn't that great. It's like a couple people that seemed pretty cool to see, but not worth whatever the fuck that was. So yeah, I'd recommend this documentary if you want to feel terrible. Now, granted, I go to Woodstock every year for fun and like to relax, but not the place where the festival was, because there's different places where it was held, and where I go is just the town, which is weird, truthfully, in its own way, and I like that kind of weird, but it's pretty chill. It's up in the mountains, so they named it after the town, but they didn't actually have it there. Woodstock 99 versus Firefest. I'm gonna say Firefest was worse for a whole myriad of reasons, but Woodstock 99 seemed like it physically could have, like, killed you. And the people there would have physically assaulted you. No fucking thanks. Like a bunch of angry dumbasses on drugs for 3 days straight. God. Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but I mean, Woodstock 94 was, there was 9 Inch Nails, there was rain, there was mud, there was people in the mud, but yet that one seems to have been good. People were like, yeah, that one was alright. I'm like, yeah, mud? We liked that? Alright. I just don't get the idea of outdoor festivals. I'll tell you what, I did go to one festival. It was called All Points West. I think it was 2009, and Radiohead played at Liberty State Park in New Jersey. And I was there with a couple people, and it was a nice day. It was a beautiful night. Radiohead is not like... A lot of people maybe aren't going to get Radiohead as a festival band. But here's what I'll say. I saw a little bit of Kings of Leon, who I don't really care for that much. They were fine. I saw The Roots. I saw maybe a couple songs from The Roots, and they were great. And Radiohead was amazing. So, that was my experience. It was half of a day, and then I went home. And I did not, in fact, get into any kind of mosh pit. And if you mosh to Radiohead, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fitter, happier, stronger. Thoughts on medieval times? I like medieval times. They have good garlic bread. That's it. I don't really care about the other stuff, but the garlic bread, dope.
No one bats an oar.
Did you like the chat mosh pit during your album premiere? It was just a bunch of text. So yeah, that was fine. I don't think anybody would actually be able to... Could you mosh pit to Red Vox? Maybe Blood Bagel. I don't know. I'm sure if you try hard enough... It's like the whole, if you try hard enough, anything's a dildo. You know? That old adage. It's an... You know, you've heard that one before, I'm sure. I'm just gonna keep summoning stuff so I can level up Conjuration. Yeah, back in the old country, they used to say that. Anything could be a dildo if you try hard enough. punch. Conjuration only levels in combat. You know the lyric is feed, right? Feed. Quentin Tarantino in chat over here. You could use the summon, the conjuration spell, summon greatsword. Do I even have that? Conjure. I have bound battle axe. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. So my plan is I have a couple things I want to do today, and then soon, either next time or the time after that, I'm not sure yet. Kryken is still working on his mod with the Twitch integration, but that would be very, very shortly. Oh, that helps, yeah. It's good, too. Nice. You have to be in combat. Zot says the mod works well. Okay, good. You would have to be casting it and then equipping it over and over and over again. Oh, I'm fine with this. I don't need to level up that bad. Like, I could just, you know, enjoy the gameplay. Which is to say, click on skeletons. Have you ever thought about how Skyrim and games like this are just cookie clicker? Okay, holding the axe like this, holding the axe like this. Explain. No. No. No, I know why it's... yeah. Fade become ethereal. Fade Routha. Wow. Are they all evil? Like, is there not any of the old Nord that used to be? Oh no, I've become ethereal. Oh shit. Well, I guess now I am a Draugr. No way around this one. I have to be evil now. I don't think I fulfilled the Greybeard quest. Like, these Greybeards want me to do something here, and I don't remember what it is. Uh-oh, someone's robbing my grave. That means I can't rest. Oh no, I'm dead twice! Look at my little goblin friend. Just slowly working his way over here. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think maybe up there or something. Bridge that goes across the chasm. Gotta parkour on the pillars. What? Parkour on the pillars. I hear bone noises. Yeah, no. Go back a bit first. Troubleshooting success. I haven't been able to isolate the problem yet. I didn't have XMP on my RAM. At this point, I'm thinking it's RAM. But it's still hard to tell. This? What is this? All right. I can't stop doing this voice. Please help. Please. Yeah. Ah, shit, piss off, spider! Do you think maybe the next Elder Scrolls should have like a little cooldown on being able to eat potions? No, right? Oh, that's nice. I didn't save for a while. No. Uh-oh. I love Skyrim. Do you think the next Elder Scrolls game, they will make the combat, like, more balanced, so that you can't just, like, press the potion button? Or here's one, how about this? What if, in the next Skyrim, you can't use, like, a loop of enchantment so that your weapon can, like, attack for 10,000? I mean, I'm all for cheese wheels. God damn it.
That's impressive.
Man. Yeah, I forgot that there's a save button. And like, I've been playing Hitman, which has a save, an autosave feature that, you know, is not the best, but it's good enough that if you forget to save, you're not going to lose too much progress. Go back to sleep, friend. Choose to live, friend! My favorite line of Star Trek dialogue is from Lower Decks television show, where they go, "You fucking fucks," but they bleep it. I don't know if they actually say that. I think they do. They probably do. Nice water. Well, I said it before, it's not too bad. It really, really isn't. And I can't tell you that the show is terrible, because for what it's going for, it succeeds. But it's not a show that I would like to watch frequently. I said it before, but man, it's really kind of like Federation Force, where the reason people shit on Federation Force, because it was like a kind of a decent to mediocre game, but we didn't have a new Metroid game in years. Someone said Star Trek again, sleep, sleep. Well, that's good. If you're sleeping, you can't type. You know what the worst part is? I'm not even talking about good Star Trek. Like, if I wanted to get angry at a chat member for being upset with me, let it be TNG or Deep Space Nine. Why am I defending this trash? Oh, well, here. I'll talk about a good show. Oh, no. Oh, am I stuck? Oh, God. Oh, no, I'm not stuck. I'll talk about a good show. I don't know if I went into too... No, I didn't go into detail, but The Expanse ended, and I loved it. I'm sad that it's over. I thought they did a really good job wrapping up, like, you know, as many of the plot lines as they could, despite there still being 3 books. There's always a chance that they'll do, like, a movie or come back for a little bit more, like, if someone else picks them up. But they had 6 episodes this season to wrap up a lot of stuff, and I thought the season was good to great. That's just my opinion. And some of the moments were really, really good. But it's amazing to see a show with this many characters, this many plot lines, this heavy of a storyline come to an end and not drop the ball, like, badly. Because there are things that happen that are somewhat expected, because you'd expect these things to happen, as a storyline is satisfying, because, you know, stories have been told since we lived here. And some stories, there's only like a couple types, and there's a reason a lot of them are kind of similar. The point I'm trying to make is, we knew certain things would happen. It just felt like it was going in that direction, and yet there were plenty of surprises. Not just Hero's Journey, but other things in there as well. Like, you can definitely surprise your audience. You know what show I'm throwing shade at. You can surprise your audience, but you still kind of have to have things make sense and be satisfying and fulfill character motivations so that the characters don't act out of character because cool set piece. I'm talking about Pokemon, that's right. Anyway, I'm sorry to throw shade at other shows, not even saying which shows they are while I'm talking about another show, but The Expanse was great, and will go down being one of my favorite shows of that genre. And if this is where it ends, I'll be sad, but I'm happy it happened because, you know, it's cool. What I need to do is maybe read them books. I might read them books. Okay. Not those books. You can't read those ruined books. Vinny, is this a boyfriend dungeon? Well, I've died several times. There's nothing particularly boyfriendy about it. Didn't you spot all the names in the episode? Yes, I saw E. Ripley, R. Deckard. I saw Shepard. I saw many other names that were from sci-fi. This looks like a, this reminds me of an Outer Wilds puzzle. Remember when I said Mario 64 B33 13 was like Outer Wilds, and people were like, what does men talk? Yeah!
Be careful.
Yes, I know, Gorba. Yeah, yes! Why am I getting stuck here? What? What is happening? I too love invisible doors. Okay, this time no die. I saved. Am I on my own in here? I'm nothing without my friends.
Yeah. Saving the fire.
Gorbash is here. You know what? Maybe it's time for a scroll. Just like the name of the game. Frodo and Sam would be very happy. Bone arrows. Just a scratch, he says, after having been engulfed. Do you remember Pokemon Sleep? That one chat member could play that still. Could play Pokemon in your sleep. Remember when that never came out?
Got it. That's impressive.
What the fuck even was that? Vinny, oh, you mean Sword and Shield. Exactly. Mysterious note. I need to speak with you urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood. No, I haven't played Sword and Shield, so if you're making me into your lapdog so that I can make fun of games I've never played, it worked. How... You know what? Good job. But I don't feel like Pokemon Sleep was ever real to begin with. I think that was just, like, marketing. And then they were like, yeah, Pokemon Sleep is coming out. And then they just put everybody into a trance by having Logan Paul make Pokemon cards go crazy again. Jurgen Paul. He made the cards worth more by opening them. I feel like he didn't he just get scammed for $3.5 million? Because he bought fake Pokemon cards? Wow, imagine having $3.5 million to spend on Pokemon cards. Or it was fake so that people like me would talk about it, and it was a way to get him more subscribers. It's like you saw the new Twitch meta, right? Where people were getting banned streaming TV shows on purpose so that they would get a promotion and like a boost to their channel. It's like what Halo's doing with their stuff. They overcharge for cat ears, people complain, and after a week, they make the cat ears a little bit less money, and they apologize, and then everybody's happy, and then they fire the guy working on the team, and then they hire him again, and as a different person. Like, they give him a different name. Turns out he never even really worked there. No one's ever seen this guy. His name is, like, Mark Chief. Who is this guy? But everyone claps, and then they pay their $4 for the cat ears instead of $7, because, you know, they did the market research. They know what's up. I haven't lost you, right, chat? Like, we're all following the same line of thinking right now? Thanks, mate. I knew I could count on you. Come to Riverwood. So what I'm trying to say is, it's a game where you can play Pokemon in your sleep. Remember when I killed this chicken and I had the entire town guard after me? I'm sorry, who are you?
You're the one they call Dragon.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Fall on deaf ears, deceiver. We know you are the false Dragonborn. You shall not stand in the way of the true Dragonborn's return. He comes soon, and we shall offer him your heart. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Wow! We're doing this here?
I'm getting out of here.
I like how the town is now going after them. I did the Dragonborn DLC in the Switch version, so I'm good on that. Must have run off. I mean, some of this stuff looks pretty dope. Just gonna put that on like a mannequin, I think. You know, be fun to have it on a mannequin. Mannequin Skywalker. I don't want to read the cultist's orders. I have to go into the room. I have to rent a room at an inn or something.
Spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
Whatever you need.
Bye, Ismir! Hey.
You're that visitor been poking around. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
I'd like to rent the attic room.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
I saw you, Bard. I know what's happening. Toss a coin to your witcher. I gotta say, I'm watching the Witcher show. I'm still getting through it. And I don't know what the fuck Yennefer's storyline is, but whatever. I'm watching this thing. And then they give the bard, Jaskier, like, a song and dance number with dramatic camera angles.
Get along.
Someone do something! I'm getting out.
You sure you want to do that? Hey, all I have to do is stand here and I get levels?
It's not. No!
Do you hear my goblin?
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
You're that.
He wore cheese on his head.
As he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet.
I'm the innkeeper.
Ragnar the Red when
my
he met
business
the
to
shield
keep
maiden
track of
Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink
We
all
don't
of
get a
me.
lot of
Now I
travelers
think it's
here in
high
Neverwinter.
time that you lie down and
The
bleed."
war keeps most folks away these
And so
days.
then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
Most of my customers
And
are
the braggart
locals,
named
come here to
Ragnar was
relax
boastful
after
no
a hard day's
more.
toil.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor, Feindal think.
Yeah, I can take this game seriously. What's this face? That's music face. That's the face of concentration.
Give me a mug of ale. Coming right up.
Okay.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
I think I broke his singing.
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen far away. Sure.
There's a whole storyline here with this dude.
Only true Imperials request that one. This is an ode to Skyrim's stone
How
protectors.
dare you?
The Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone.
The lighting on that cheese, like on the floor, did you see that? There was like some real like reflections, like cheese reflections.
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
Hey,
You're that visitor been poking around.
With the children of Skyrim,
Goblin, maybe you need to get out of the way.
our lives. And when Sovngarde
I'm the
beckons,
innkeeper.
every one
It's
of
my
us
business to keep
dies.
track of strangers.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and ours.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this.
Yeah.
Talk. Follow me.
Boy, this goblin makes moving around houses tough. Keep getting gob-blocked. Does anyone remember the New York Yankee baseball player called Chuck Knobloch?
Coming right up.
I wonder if he liked kebabs. Chuck Knobloch kebab. What if Chuck Knobloch cockblocked someone?
Now we can talk.
What if he had a law office? Bob Loblaws, Loblaws. I don't know why people watch this. I really don't.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
Oops, I just broke it. Is that a Star Wars reference?
Good. The whole point of being in hiding is to appear to be someone you're not. I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Do I look like I need help? I have a big axe. Let me ask you a question.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time.
That you want Mirak,
You
then.
really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place. I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
Listen, this is what happens when modded quests feels modded, but it's not actually a modded quest. This is what quests are like in Skyrim.
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill.
It's either this or read a note.
Devouring its soul.
It's like,
Can
so
you do
take
it?
your pick, I guess.
Can you devour a dragon's soul?
You steal men's souls!
Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
weren't gone somewhere for all these years.
It's pretty
They were
cool.
dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
You know I'm not gonna do this quest, Delphine, right?
A few years ago, I figured we're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there.
I'm not ready.
I'll wait around for you to make up your mind. I'll meet you at Kynes Grove.
Yeah, if I happen
Don't waste
across
time.
Kynes Grove, then I'll, we'll do the quest.
That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynes Grove.
Huh? No, I'm not going there. You're gonna have to take out that dragon yourself. I think we're stuck in here now. She's trying to go this way, he's trying to go this way. Or we can just teleport. I can't teleport!
I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails. Hey.
Please. No, 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 keep moving. I need you to move more. The goblin is the one that's stubborn. There's no way I'm getting past the goblin unless I, Let me see. That's not helping. You can command them to move. No, no, no. Oh, we good, we good. That's your new home.
Kynes Grove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there.
What a nice glitch this is. I love that glitch. So, you know, this music plus nighttime in Skyrim and, like, cool scenery, this is what it's all about. And just a moment ago, we only had 30% of the screen visible. And the nice meat noises. Is this the dog that I accidentally killed? This dog looks annoyed to be barking at me. Well, I mean, Stumpy's alive. I thought that quest would take 20 minutes. It's been an hour. I just wanted to get Fusrada. No, he's good. I 20 minutes myself. I did it. No, I said to myself, oh yeah, it's only 20 minutes.
You've retrieved the horn of Jürgen Winkel. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn.
I'm here. Did I glitch him back into his house? Or into his room?
You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da.
How did he get over there? How did he get there? Alright, this guy. They look a little like aliens.
With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Wolfgar will now give you his knowledge of our your training, Dragonborn. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready.
What's happening? Hey, I saw the word Croesus, I know that. My orc, goblin, and bug are just like, what's happening here? Their lives are quite simple compared to this. They fight, they run, they sleep. Sirs, this is a Wendy's.
You have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
Did I get it? Do I have to do anything else? No, I'm good, right? I can just jump off the mountain. Spend soul on Da. Oh. No, I have it already. I'm gonna Fusrada meat. Let's see. Wow, the orc sounds real weird doing that. Vinny, why didn't you get the farting sound while shouting mod? What do you mean I didn't get the farting sound while shouting? Hang on, I just want to jump off this mountain. This is a good horse. Man, what a good horse this is. So you're talking about this mod, right? I just got a bounty for that? Did someone hear the fart? Oh.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I ate beans.
Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
You have been arrested for fecal crimes. Truly the most notorious and disgusting of all the crimes in Skyrim. Oh god. This fucking guy. You know, fecal crimes aren't funny. I used to be an adventurer like you. God. I'm just gonna let the chat finish that. No, I'm waiting for my writers to take care of that joke. Until I took an arrow to the fecal fun knee. Oh, that's good, chat member. That's good. So we're gonna go do a thing. I'm gonna get a new home. Okay, so it's Gallows Hall, the small fortress on the northern shore of Mara's Eye Pond. iPod? Where's Mara's Eye Hall? Does anyone know? Someone said, well, good night, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and commit toaster bath after hearing that terrible joke. I've never heard it said like that before. That's weird. Toaster bath, eh? You know, I kind of want to go to Winterhold so I can get a fucking spell that I need. Don't actually do toaster bath. But, you know, because I have to say that, otherwise someone's gonna be like, Vinny, why'd you say toaster bath? Don't do toaster bath. It's a zoomer thing. That's cool. So, where's this eye pond? South of Windhelm? Oh, you mean like where fucking Kynesgrove is? How south? Like this south? You can take a cart to Windhelm. How did I clear this? Oh. Past the curve in the river. Oh, okay, thank you, Wrinkly. Like around here. Yeah. Oh, that's why I cleared this. So yeah, there should just be a random tower someplace, and that's where I have to be. Wait. Do I have this already? Wait, what do I have? No, I have something else. What do I have? Mirror Watch. Oh. I have Hendrheim, I have Mirror Watch, I have something. There's another thing. Something else soon, probably, because Donghard, like I said, the reason I have Donghard is because I didn't complete the quest with the vampires in the mountain. Someone said dementia. Just because I'm a three-dimensional human being doesn't mean I'm bad at video games. I'm bad at video games because I have dementia. Weather mill discovered. That's not it. Fort Amol. Let's take a look on the thing here. Enter Gallows Hall. A small fortress in the northern shore of Mara's Eye Pond. Why would they call it Mara's Eye Pond? I'm looking. It is... I'm looking. So there's the mill, right? So mill here. It's pretty much like right there. Do you think we're gonna run into the big pussy again? Hey, don't. I found some Pokemon cards. My horse is broken. Something's going on with the horse. Seriously, I can't jump. I can't run. I can't go faster than this. Vinny, you hit the walk button? Oh. Fucking caps locks. I thought I finally broke its knees. Caps locks. Yeah, the horse needs an update. My fucking soundbar needed an update. I found out it was the thing that was trying to connect all the time to Bluetooth. And it was giving errors. And it was like waking me up in the middle of the night. My soundbar! Avoid Vizio soundbars if you can, please. So I had to download an update, put it onto a USB, plug it into the soundbar, have it update, and then have a strange man speak to me. Well, it has like a pre-recorded voice that says like lines, but it sounds like... How can I describe this? The voice sounds like royalty-free Images look. Ooh, that was pretty nice. And, yeah, it was just making, like, random, like, after I updated it, it was like, hello. I'm like, yes? Please enter your Bluetooth. Hello, Mario. I was like, please stop. Please just turn off voice. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Vinny. Hal, just go to bed, Hal. Just go to bed.
What's the hurry?
Oh. Modded followers feel modded. I mean, I think this is it. Well, this is Gallows Rock. I need to find Gallows Hall. Harvest Imp Stool. Is that a fecal funtacular as well? Mara's eye pond. Well, thank God we took out those dangerous mud crabs. Those claws could rip a tank in half. There'd just be a sack of potatoes here on that boat. This is Gallows Hall right here. Oh, it comes complete with its own dead person. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. My old master was a collector of things, skeletons, staves, priceless artifacts, the most prized of which were the helm and staff of Marco himself, the King of Worms. The old master was also a collector of apprentices, which in our trade are even more dangerous than the artifacts. He was aware of my ambition and where it would end. He knew I would steal his artifacts and kill anyone who stood in my way, himself included, so like any good necromancer would do, he made sure his trap would ensnare me, even beyond the grave. The doors are blocked by some kind of invisible ward, but there must be a way to remove it. The master was nothing if not circumspect. He would have left himself an out, or he'd have fallen victim to his own trap. In fact, I think he aimed to make a game of it. His final words to me were, "Start with the map." Tried to make sense of the clue and have made some progress. The flags seem to represent the torches. I just have to remove the right ones. Now, to be clear, that's just a glitch, right? Okay, yeah, no, this place is a little spooky. A little spooky. Spocky. Where do we go from here? Start with the map? First clue. Pick up the torches that trace the mage's path. A mage travels Skyrim, snuffing out the souls of its people along the way. In each place, they collect a torch to represent the light of the dead. Their journey starts by traveling west to Morthal. From there, they cross the plain south to Falkreath and make use of the alchemist's table. Next, they travel northeast, past the river, and stopped at the Nightgate Inn, where they cooked themselves a meal before snuffing the light there. Finally, they head north to Fort Dunstad, where their journey ends. Only when they had gathered the light of four souls did they receive the blessing of the King of Worms. Trace their path and let the way forward fall. So, Morthal, Falkreath, the Nightgate Inn, and then north. Is it just me, or are these things not listed here? Oh, Morthal. I don't get it. Vinny, look at the flags. Yeah, there's flags. Vin, the torches. What, like... Oh. Torch of Morthal. Right? Morthal. Falkreath. Nightgate Inn. Oh, Nightgate Inn. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Nightgate Inn, and then Fort Dunstad. Fort. Okay. I mean, it's a puzzle, I guess. I figured it out. That's nice. So I have to pick up a torch that I don't see. Let's see if we can find it here. No. Pick up a torch. This place is a mess. I just picked up bloody rags. Fallen staff? Oh. I don't know why I said torch. Staff of worm. Oh, worm? Find a use for the staff. Hmm. Just in case anyone was thinking of falling asleep. Reanimate a dead body permanently to fight for you. Hello. Do I now just have a permanent skeleton as well? There's 7 grand soul gems. Damn. I mean, this is all gonna be mine anyway, this garbage place. I mean, it's a bingo spot. So, I just got a key. Read the real Bazb. The real... Or is it the Wabbajack? How much do these books weigh? Like, yeah, they actually do weigh something. There's then... Where is it? I can't find it. The real... It should be the real something something. I just picked it up and now it's not here. Search in top right. I know, yeah, I'll do that. Real. No, I guess I didn't pick it up. That's a lot of books. Okay, I'm still looking for the thing that I have to open with this key. I'm gonna find it somewhere. Not there. That's a lot of ore. That's good. Would the waypoint point towards it? Maybe. Search the necromancer's safe. Did my orc just yawn? Oh. We got an amulet here. Prices are better. We got another clue. We got Bloodworm Helmet. Conjuration spells costs less. I mean, it looks cool. Second clue, right. Okay, here it is. A man dreams his empty coffers are full of gems. A necromancer dreams a similar dream, but his coffers are a different kind, hold different gems and treasures inside. But to see this dream and retrieve these gems, you must first pray to a prince for a door. Dreams of a similar... Okay, I'll stop. Someone said Vinny's just making new meat noises for the mod. Necromancer dreams a similar dream, but his coffers are different kind. You must retrieve these gems. You must first pray to a prince for a door. Part of me thought maybe I have to put something on the mannequins here, but I don't know. How about you? Oh, that's a Daedric thing? God of Dreams. Fortify Illusion. Oh, okay. Something weird's gotta happen here. Let me see. Find a way to the dream world. Dream world. Can't exit. Vinny, activate the quest. Quest activated. Does the skeleton know? No. Oh. Find gems inside a necromancer's coffers. Well, this isn't as cool as the Oblivion quests where you actually go into a different fucking world. Find gems. Dreamer's soul gem. This is just find the hidden object. Okay, well, there's one hidden object so far. Are you a hidden object? No. Search coffins? No, coffers. Oh, you're right. God damn it. My skeleton mage died. No! Are you a UFO, Scully? Mulder, I don't even know what that means. Neither do I. Staff of worm. I just want my skeleton back.
Doodle dip.
Oop. Wrong button. In my dream, I'm surrounded by my 4 apprentices, but they're no longer mortal, but spirits. Their souls taking the form of greater gems. To bring them into darkness, one must place them on the altar of the Revenant. Turn greater to black. Only then will you be free. Altar of the Revenant. This has been kind of a weird quest. It's a little modded quest, feels modded, I would say. How much of the lore do you know? Little. Little to less. It's not a bad quest. In fact, I like that it's kind of like puzzle solving and you have clues and you gotta figure stuff out. But yeah, it's kind of basic. It's okay though. Honestly, even the quests, like I said earlier, the quests that are like included in the base game, some of them feel modded anyway. All I want now is my skeleton mage to come back. Find another. Olaf and the dragon, frozen Olaf. Yeah, there's a lot of ore in here. That could be helpful for later. I don't know if I'll ever get to the point in this game where I want to be making stuff with good ore, but... Picard's flute, everybody. Do you remember Picard's flute? There's hanging boners. Place bone meal, activate bone forge. Notes on the bone forge. While most necromancers, myself included, prefer to use whole corpses and skeletons, sometimes such supplies are not readily available. The Bone Forge offers an alternative, an altar upon which you may place raw supplies and forge them whole again. The basic recipe to create a skeleton suitable for most menial tasks is as follows. 1 bowl of bone meal, 1 greater soul gem, filled. Huh? Once you place the materials, simply lay your hands on it and your skeleton will appear before you. The Bone Forge can only sustain a single creation at a time, but it will remain with you until destroyed. I have found that adding frost salts will create a Bone Man. A type of undead not normally found outside the soul cairn. They're sturdier than average skeleton and make for a good companion. The Bone Man. Do I have frost salts? Fuck. So I can create my own skeleton. Ancient Nord helmet. Soul husk. Let me do a little bit of research on this for a second here. Soul husks are soul cairn only. Oh. Dawnguard quests have these ingredients in great quantities. Well, I don't think we can make that. I can get frost salts. Probably. From somewhere. Maybe they're even here someplace. I don't know. Oh, they're... Necromantic healing. Bone Forge! We need an 80s metal band. Talk Bone... Bone Man! Bone Man on demand. Human flesh. Well, now we're gonna have bone noises all the time. Oh, dear God. Okay. I think that's the whole place. I wonder if I put the helmet down, if I had that helmet, if that would have also helped. Is this the skeleton season? Yeah, maybe a little bit. You can use the console to give yourself items. Yeah, I mean, I could. But if I find an ancient Nord helmet, I'll hold on to it and make a different Bone Man. It's Skyrim, but it's Wordle. Here's the thing, I don't know what that is. Wordle. I hear it, like, a lot. People mention Wordle. I know it's, like, squares. Someone said, I think it's a Pokemon. Arrested Arizona Bone Man claims there are more bone men. No, relax. These only bones. These only bones. Wordle is a game in which you guess a word. Sounds fun. I'm sad now whenever I see the chat member, hey, I'm Bob Saget, in chat. Vinny, guess a word. I'm gonna say Scrumpton. Yeah, well, Scrumpton. It's a good word, like sodium. Right? Windhelm is my next destination. It's a 5-letter word and you have 6 tries to guess it. Love. Such an ugly 5-letter word. Oh, sorry, Bone. I haven't seen Donghard in a while. I hope he's okay. I'm waiting for him to come. I'm waiting for him to come home.
This better be good.
There he is.
Huh?
Oh, God. Look at all this. I like how Orc Wife just appeared. Burger just appeared from the wall.
Fortune smiles on us. Here's your share, love.
Oh my God.
Conquer your enemies, my love.
How is it that I've amassed an army? And there's still more. Like, I could still get more followers. I'm assuming. Get a picture of the whole gang for a thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let me just deposit some ore. And, ingot. Vinny gets Serana again. I think if I get Serana, it dismisses my orc. Where's Meat? Meat doesn't stay in the house. I have to summon him specifically, so let's do that. Never should have come here. Ooh, the listener? Cicero is the listener. I forgot that I even had a mud
You
crab.
can ask anything of me, love.
Can you make this stop? That's really all I'm gonna ask you.
Speak. You can ask anything of me, love.
Almost.
All right, we've all seen enough. Put on some clothes. Hey.
Hey, you're the one pushing me.
Yes.
This is a hard thumbnail to get. Because, like, I can't get everybody in frame.
This better be good.
I'm trying.
To see you again.
Yes.
Speak. You can ask anything of me, love.
This better be good.
Oh, I see. The skeleton is just floating above me now. That's nice.
You can ask anything of me, love.
What are you looking at?
Speak. You can ask anything of me, love.
What are you looking at?
Speak. You can ask anything.
Oh
of me,
god.
love.
Oh god, they don't stop.
What are you looking at?
Just trying to find some angles for you. She's gone. She teleported out of here. TFC for free camera. Okay, hang on. I mean, even with free camera, we still need to, oh, she's playing the flute now.
You can ask anything of me. Love.
Oh god.
All right, we've all seen enough. Put on some clothes.
It's pleasing to see you again.
Okay, Team Fortress Classic.
You need to leave.
Did she just say you need to leave?
You need to leave.
Why? Who? Leave or be removed?
You need to leave.
What the hell's going on?
You need to leave. You need to leave. Speak.
Huh?
You can ask anything of me, love. You need to leave.
You need to leave.
You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave.
What the fuck? You cannot wait while being asked to leave. She's asking me to leave! What the fuck?
Speak. You can ask anything of me, love.
This is a hard thumbnail to get. I mean, this isn't too bad. We're missing a couple. Oh. Fuck, this game's so hard. I swear to God. Alright. Yeah, you got it, right, Johnny? You can take it from there.
Hey, Johnny.
Let's get in there, and I just want to...
Yes!
I want to dress up mannequins. Bloodworm helm. Cool. Nothing I need to bring with me.
Yes.
My weapon slot's all full. This one treasure chest has dragon bones in it. Like, tons of ore. Like, everything. Actually, I will take that. Steph, reanimate a dead body permanently to fight for you. So, can I use this and still have my skeleton? Oh. Okay. Also, thank you, Pat, for the raid. I actually watched you play some interesting game that looked like Metal Slug. Like, last week, if you're still here. But thank you for the raid. Reanimate a giant? I don't even... Supple ancient Nord bow. And the bloodworm helm lets you raise more minions. You might need Necromage Conjuration perk to have both skeletons. Oh god. The fun really never ends, does it? It just stays fun and continues to be fun. Blackwater blade. Arc bow. Fiery explosion. You should go on a quest to find the dumbest thing you can raise as a minion. I don't think that would be too difficult, actually. Map to Blackbone Island. That weighs 4.
What do you want?
Revive a fish? Well, I can't... I'll tell you what I can't revive. I can't revive a goddamn mud crab. And apparently I can't save my orc marriage. Going to Winterhold now. Orc wife mad. Life bad. This would be my new home if I go in there and clear that out, but then Dawnguard would probably unglitch. You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out. Because if I lose Dawnguard from this, then I'll just load the save. He's tied to this quest, so it should absolutely make him stop following. Okay. I guess Dawnguard will be with us forever. I could no-clip, but... Vork's Leothil. I gotta say, that's pretty lame. Do the quest, kill Donghard, raise with staff. Oh. Click on the door with the console. Type unlock.
Must be my imagination.
Jesus. I just want to see, because if Dawnguard gets sent away... Wow, that's bullshit. I'm still underleveled for this quest.
What was that? Now you're mine.
This vampire is harder than Alduin. That's nice. Do the bodies have a key so that you can... I don't know why these doors are locked. I guess because I left.
Don't speak to me, meat.
Meat. Meat's not even here.
Don't speak to me, meat.
Alright, fine, I'm leaving. They were all unlocked. I think leaving broke totally not a mod area. Yeah. Oh god, the waiter followed us out! Yeah, this waiter has a normal amount of health. You think I could bring him to Winterhold? I'm just gonna go there anyway. My followers, I don't think can die. Not unless I kill them. I mean, if Dawnguard is stalking me, maybe this dude will follow me to Winterhold, and then I can have the entire city of Winterhold kill him. Or him kill the entire city of Winterhold. I don't think I've ever seen that. This is probably one of my least traveled areas in all of Skyrim. There's a cave near here with insane spell books. Where's that? Where's that? Near Sarthal? The fuck is a Sarthal? Yeah, I'll try to find it. That's what Boba Fett climbed out of. No, his brother Jacob Fett. Climbed out of the Sarthal. There's a shrine to Talos. Hey, if this was Breath of the Wild, finding a random weapon there like that would be kind of cool. At least that's the idea. I get the idea of breakable weapons. In theory, I think it was done pretty well, even if it could use some modification. But I guess it's kind of nice to be excited by low-level weapons, but in this game I'm like, oh, that weapon looks cool, but it's, you know, I'm not going to use it. Because I have one axe that I like to use. So there's pros and cons to both. I don't mind breakable weapons, but I miss lack of tools to solve puzzles. Yes, that is that in dungeons, of course. You know, I've talked about my wish list for Breath of the Wild 2 a lot. Speaking of Zelda, Liam Triforce, good dude, did a video on Twilight Princess. I just got around to watching it today. It was good. It was an honest look at the game, but he had a lot of positives. And some of the things he was saying, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds pretty much what I think about Twilight Princess in a lot of ways. It's got a slow start, and it is pretty linear, but I'll be damned if it doesn't have some of the best music and coolest looking dungeons. I guess it depends, like, there's different types of Zelda games, and that is, like, a really good example of of that type of Zelda game. And I remember it fondly from when it first came out, and playing the Wii U version, which absolutely needs a port, was also a good time. Is this the cave, chat member, that you were talking about? I'm sorry, I'm very sniffly. I feel like I've had a cold that's been going on for a month. Sightless pit. They just said no. Yeah, I mean, it's probably allergies, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I got the thing and the tests were just negative. I don't know. I mean, it's different. Some people that have had the thing that I know had like a cold for 2 days, you know, that it felt like to them. And then some other people that had the thing were debilitated for like 5 days. So I don't know what the thing is anymore. It's probably just ligma. What I do know is fucking winter. I was doing a little, I did another Into the Breach, and I basically explained that it's fuck you, it's January is actually real life. That's what the winter says to me. The actual cave is inside of a ravine. So, they said it was called, like, Hobbs Knob or something. This appears to be a ravine. And this is good here? We like this? I wonder if Waiter is still following me. Well, my gob is here. I think my skeleton is most certainly dead. One of the reasons I want to go to Winterhold was to get the spell that can, like, work as a light. It's for old time's sake. No, the skeleton can die. But then I can just go get another one. William DeFriend will appear at the end of this cave? What? wait, I know what you're doing, but what's it a reference to, specifically? My name is William Dafoe? Willard DeFraud. That one image of Germa where he looks like Willem Dafoe. Oh. Oh, you mean the star of Disney's live-action Pinocchio? Where he's just doing a handstand the whole time? And they have a fluffer on set for whenever they need Pinocchio to lie? I like this bit. There are people that don't like this bit. Sure, but... Oh, but when he's a goblin, it's fine. But give him a Disney classic, and no one wants that to happen. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and ruin young Willem's dreams while we're at it, shall we? I can't even get through. No, I'm an orc. Boy, this is tough. I'm losing a lot of health here. I like the arrow through her head. Looked like the Steve Martin arrow hat, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I know it's like an old man reference at this point. The spells are in this room. Good, good. I listened to the new Tears for Fears songs, because they have a new album coming out, and I listened to an interview with Kurt Smith. They're pretty good. I know you want me to do the voice of the advertisement. Oh my god, this is a lot of spells. Damn. Yeah, they're pretty good though. The songs are... The ones that are on Spotify at the moment, I think there's 3 singles from the new album. I enjoy. So they interviewed him and they said, so Kurt, what do you think, you know, life is gonna look like now that you're on tour? He's like, well, I don't know, guys. It's a bad bit. I like the Willem Dafoe bit better. But no, he seems like a pretty cool guy, and... Summon a bear. And the music is good. Tears for Fears. Coming soon. I need to get that YouTube video of the advertisement so you can hear that I'm not making this up. Well, good cave. I give that cave like probably a 9 out of 10. If it had a spell that would make me light dark rooms, that would be a 10 out of 10. Cave reviews. I was thinking about doing like a pizza review, because Joel had a bit about how he's more Italian than I am. Because on the global Earth, Hang on a second. When I type Joel Italian, I get scenes from an Italian restaurant by Billy Joel. Which, to be fair, yeah. If you would like, email me at the contact form and show me the worst pizzas you've ever seen.
Vinny actually hated this.
I did. I'll tell you what I hated. There's this disgusting pizza. Okay? It's like this slop pizza.
Listen, unlike Vinny, I am more qualified to talk about pizza because I am more Italian than Vinny, okay? I'm just gonna say that right now. Look on the global earth, okay? I am closer to Italy than America, okay? I can go down there right now and ask a guy, and I say, is this good pizza? And he punches me in the dick.
He's right, though. That's the thing. He's not wrong. I'm nowhere near Italy. So, I've seen that video before of that pizza. I think people are saying it's Brazilian pizza or something. And it looks absolutely disgusting. Which is why, if anyone wants to send me some videos or pictures of the worst pizzas you've ever seen, I will do a pizza review. Because I need to at least not reclaim my honor, but to at least, like, let you know how I feel about pizza. You're closer to Little Italy than Joel is to real Italy. Again, another truth is being spoken! Oh my god. Conjure undying ghost. I'm not doing pizza reviews now. That's for a future time. I will compile and I will review and rate pizzas. I will tell you a true story. The reason I feel like I can do this is because I like pizza. That's it. And truthfully, because I did go on a bit of a pizza journey in my life, where whenever there was like a highly rated pizza place in New York, or even in Jersey or Connecticut in this case, I would go there and check it out. So I've been to, you know, I've eaten at over 100 pizza places, I'd say, in my day. But I mean, I'm in New York and I'm 36, so that's not too outlandish. But I did actually make it like a quest at one point to go find strange pizzas. Not in 30 days. I will tell you, it wasn't 40 pizzas in 30 days. But maybe even, like, well over 100. I don't know. Should I keep going? Is this cave worth going through further? I mean, may as well, right? Alright. Spiels gut. This is the chat member that got me here in the first place. Spiels. He wrote, Spiels gut. I have all these spells, I don't even know what spells to use. I have too many spells. Not enough magic. None, because you're a two-handed warrior. That chat member has been role-playing this orc harder than I have. That's the glory of Skyrim, though. You can actually become like a warrior mage. You can be multiple things. I want to be warrior or orc, but I wouldn't mind having some spells. The only spell I want is the one that can put light in caves, and I can't even find that one. All right, Doctor Strange. Use Scrungus's flames. I'm sorry, what is that? The flame of Scrungus. Is this a real thing? I mean, not the word, but like, are people talking about something that actually exists but calling it something silly because I make up stupid words? This guy doesn't know about Scrungus's flame. Do I have a spell that can take me to the entrance of a dungeon? Escape rope. Yeah, that's Secret of Mana. And I think I just looped around. Did I loop? I think I looped. Did I miss anything in here? Because it seems like I might be done here. Load save. Blowed. I think I saved... Yeah, I saved back here. Did you lose spells from the save? No. Someone said rope load. But here's the thing. I said escape rope, and then I said load save, like at least 20 seconds apart. So I don't know where you're getting thick, ropey loads from, but I didn't say that. You just did? Yeah, but that wasn't before the chat member said it. How accustomed are we to the words quick load because of video games? When back in the 80s in New York City, a quick load was when you'd go into a little porno store in Times Square and you'd go into the jack-off box. You know what? Where the jack-off box was? You know what's there now? A jack-in-the-box. Unbelievable. Ah, definitely missed the good old days. Or an Olive Garden. Or the M&M store. Just think, upstairs in the M&M store is probably where at least 20,000 gobs were cleaned. And then you know what? Here's an interesting thing. Conan O'Brien did a bit with Mark Hamill where Mark Hamill in the 90s went into one of those J.O. booths and filmed a bit for Conan O'Brien. You can look it up. It's real. And he was in there talking about Star Wars and stuff, and people were like, yeah! I don't know if they were actually doing that, but it's real. He was, this is the worst stream I've ever done. But yeah, no, that's real. And again, these booths, if you think I'm lying, like, I get it. Maybe there's people that are like, oh, now Vin's just being silly. He's making this up. No, J.O. booths were real, and they were in Times Square. So when you think about the people in Times Square for New Year's Eve and all the commercialization and the Hard Rock, think about, instead of the Hard Rock, think about Hard Cock. Instead of Jack in the Box, thinking about people jacking in a box. Instead of Olive Garden, think about a different kind of olive oil. It was a disgusting place and a disgusting time. And New York City's just not that anymore. Instead, people are just violent to each other for no fucking reason. So that's... Thank God we got rid of the sex. They still exist. They're just not allowed to be in Times Square, and I think they have... There's like a rule where... I swear to God, there's some law that was passed where they had to make it so that you couldn't have more than one sex store on a block. Or like you needed... Okay, every like 5 blocks you could have a sex store. Because you couldn't buy more than one sex on the same block. Because at one point it was like sex, 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 sex. And then they changed it, and there was a law that said, you gotta space them out. Okay, I like this glitch. This is good. I like this glitch. Old New York sounds gross, but I bet the rent was cheaper. Yeah, probably was. Though, as cheap as the rent was...
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh. Most who arrive here do so. This is the College of Winterhold. A safe haven for mages in Skyrim. A place of... Perhaps. But what is it you want to find within?
So I want to unravel the mysteries.
Ah, the immortal... It would seem that the college has what you seek. Not just any... A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort.
Alright, what's the test?
The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast it?
I don't know the spell.
Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd... Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Is that's the that's the one I wanted. There's too many spells now. Fuck.
Much knowledge lies within the colleges.
Oops.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
You like that spell?
No matter what, the college will endure.
Is this not the correct... Vinny, you have the spell now. Oh, Mage Light.
Well done indeed.
Yes.
Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb
Yes.
addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want
No, I'm good.
Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard.
See you later. Welcome to Winterhold.
They're reforming the Dawn Guard.
Donghard.
Something in the old fort near Riften.
Speaking of Donghard, I wonder how he's doing. Is he alive?
Myself.
I'm a little worried because we did some of that quest and now he's kind of not here. No, he's fine.
Those flames get out of control, and you're gonna wish they hadn't. Need something?
And now he has a light to follow him around.
Yeah.
Where's my other orc friend? The bear summon is pretty pog. Why? I don't know if I can cast the bear summon. Let's take a look. Summon Undying Ghost. Call bear. Pride of... Oh, yeah. Summon a bear. Cost 250. I don't think I can do that. Yeah. You know what I could use? An ancient Nord helmet. Where can I get one of those? Vinny, I think your other orc is dead.
Fighting dragons, and what do I get?
No. That's impossible. There he is, Gorbash. You had me worried for a minute. He told me you killed him. Okay, so I need to go to a place where I can get one of them helmets so that I can get a better skeleton. That's my goal right now. What time is it? Okay, we got a little bit of time. I'll play for another 20 minutes, half hour, but I want to get a good skeleton, so... Yeah, I just need to find a good crypt. I mean, I guess I was kind of in a crypt. Where was that first... The claw area? Yeah, where was the claw? Hamvir's Rest? Oh, look at this. It's the Headless Horseman again. Huh. What's he doing here? That's his crypt? Oh, that explains a lot. That was a good timed lightning strike. Okay, your place is free of assholes now. You can rest easily. Oh, you don't have a head. Alright. Well, you know, I took an arrow to the knee once too. Dustman's Cairn? Ignoring the treasure chest? Yeah. Oh, this is Master Unlock. Oh, shit. Alright, here. F5. Jesus. Open with your Switch controller. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that the Switch controller made this like trivial. Complete Thieves Guild for Unbreakable Lockpick. Yeah, I'll just go do Thieves Guild real quick. Oh! Okay, be back in 10 hours of gameplay. Wasn't the best treasure chest, but you know what really was the best? Was the, I don't want to say the friends we made along the way, but the levels we gathered, we upped. You know, I used to be... I don't know. I can't stop doing terrible voices. That's, I guess, the story of my life. Nice. Good book. Someone said, is this just a vanilla Skythrough playthrough? Skythrough? What? How'd that word happen? Skyrim playthrough. No, this is the anniversary edition, so it has a ton of the, what's that stuff called? Garbage. No, it's from the Creation Club. So there's a lot of extra stuff that I've been doing. Plus we play bingo, and I have a meat. So there's some slight mod to this. And then soon I'm gonna be doing... soon I'm gonna be doing Kriken's Twitch mod, which allows the chat to participate. Vinny, can you please say Pinor and roll your R, please? I am drunk. Was that good?
Hey, watch it.
Is this place just nothing? Is there really nothing here? Maybe there's like a hidden door or something? There's no R roll. Fine. Rrr.
Ruins ahead. Means old traps and bone walkers.
Yeah. Bone walkers. Yeah, if you do the editing yourself, then you can get it. So, Pinor, you have to combine them. And then you can get your rocks off or whatever the fuck you're gonna do with that. Get your jollies. Oostengrove, maybe? Could it be this difficult? Wait, was I not just here? Vinny, you can find a guaranteed helmet in Volenrud. Okay. Where is Volenrud? North left. South of Dawnstar. Vinny, you should head to Anselvord. Is this even real? There's a sword that lets you do energy beams in Solstheim. I was kind of hoping to get a new two-handed axe.
Alright, here's what you need to do. Head to Scumskake at 4 in the morning, precisely. From there, head southwest, then you will get to Volencrude. From Volencrude, you want to go to Skungili. You will fight the Skungili man. Did you get all that?
Go to the Scrimmy Bingus. Oh, I think I need to... I have to do some mountain climbing. Just ran all that way for no reason. There's an ancient Nord helmet at the place you've already been to, called Champion's Rest. All this just to get a maybe slightly superior boner. I don't know what this helmet is going to add to the skeleton. But it seems like a worthy upgrade. Hoop Lion's Bunghelm. Ah, yes. Wizardfart. You must go to Wizardfart's Peak. Must be the wind, I guess. Going to assume that that is it right there. Right? Down there? No. Vinny South? Well, what the fuck is this place then? That's a crypt?
There she is! Get her! Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back. Yeah! What a waste.
She's smarter than that.
Bashir was always dragging her in. Damn you! That's the best you can do.
Like, I'm not even asking any questions. I'm just running and doing a Gordon Ramsay, yes, get fucked. Dwarven plate armor. I'm gonna take that with me. mean, this is like the perfect location to find one of these helmets. Is there just bandits down here?
There's orders. Nobody goes in or out until he gets back.
Never should have come. Finish this.
Vinny, I think this is for a quest. Yeah, you're probably right. Do I still have the soundboard? Yes, get fucked. No, I don't. I still have the video somewhere, I just don't know where it is. I think this is for the diaper fetishist man-baby quest. Oh, right. Yeah. Alright, well, we can leave here then.
Must have been the wind, I guess.
Okay, so someone said Champion's Rest is a guaranteed. Guaranteed. Alright, so... yeah, we've been here. I wonder if anyone has like almost a 100%. I'm sure there are many people that have a 100% Skyrim where their map is just full. Just completely full. Okay, yeah, I mean, I remember this location. Just looking for an ancient Nord helm. Any minute now, there will be an ancient Nord helm. Oh no. Vinny, you passed it.
Hey, watch it.
Sure is no helmet here. I see a leather helmet. 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. What do you think leather belt guy's doing at the moment? Do you think he's in a booth in Times Square, or do you think he's playing like a new MMO? Are there any new MMOs that actually exist? People still make MMOs? New World? Do people still make MMOs that don't destroy your 3080?
Ah, yes. I'd like to have a second job inside my computer, because real life isn't complicated enough.
I don't know what this voice is. I guess this is this is the Morrowind NPC voice, or not Morrowind, Oblivion, maybe. Oh, it's the Have You Heard of the High Elves voice, right? Well, bad news, friends. I can't find the helmet. go into the amphitheater and see if there's something in here. Iron helmet. God damn it, so close, but not quite. This would be the place for it. It's cool that all these corpses are stored in the memory. Helmet? No. Isn't this an early game dungeon? This is a modded dungeon for the Creators Club. Bam. We got it. Alright. Now, there really is no way to just, like, teleport out the fuck of a dungeon, right? Escape rope. Load save. Hey, this brings me back to a conversation we had about 20 minutes ago. Do you remember that conversation? About Times Square? No? Yeah, neither do I. Must be the dimension. No, go this way. Leave. Leave. Please. Don't stay here. Please. Leave. Leave Dunjun. Enter the dungeon. Enter the dungeon.
What's the hurry?
I can't find a way out. Oh my god. Oh, it's this way. It was like a small little opening. Left, it was more leftward, someone said. No, leftward is from Paper Mario Super, right? I can't believe it. We did it. We fucking did it. Previous skeleton was killed. This isn't...
Never should have come here.
Wait a minute, where am I? This isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife. Enters wrong house, kills residents, steals potion of health, refuses to elaborate, and leaves while singing Talking Heads. That's right. Trigma is still where it's at, everybody. However, I've been told that there was, a new improved form of alpha. What was it? It was like, what was the other one? There's a new one. Not Glumpo. Plimbo! Have you seen the Plimbo? Oh my god. Listen, I can't compete. I can't compete with Plimbo. That's the problem. "15 signs you're a Plimbo male, super rare. Is it better than Alpha?" So. I'm sure there's other rare types, but I'm only aware of Shrigma and Plimbo at the moment. Costs a greater soul gem. So that's why I wanted to do an Ancient Nord helmet. I'm hoping that this will be a very good skeleton. You know, there's Plimbo, there's Shrigma, there's Bone Man. Okay. Why he die? No soul husk. I didn't need one before. How do I give myself a soul husk since I'm never doing that part of the DLC? I want a Plimbo skeleton, please. I know it's from the Vampire DLC. I did that in the Switch version. Just pretend I did it already because I did the Switch version. Is the old one still alive? So how do I give myself that? Is it just, I just type the number? Player dot add item. It's not boobs 69. Replace the XX with the load order of the DLC. It's 02. This isn't how a Plimbo male would do it. Listen, I Plimboed my way through the DLC, the Vampire DLC in the Switch version several years ago. Add a 1 at the end. Okay. Wrathman! Listen, I don't feel good about having to use a console command to get this fucking Plimbo. I am overusing this word to the extreme today. But, again, I'm not doing the Soul Husk thing. I just, you know, I wanted to see, we would get Wrathman, we got Wrathman, I'm cool with that. Soul Husk ain't rare anyway, so it's fine. When you find it later, don't pick it up. Deal. Remember when I said, oh, it'll be 20 minutes? It's now 3 hours of Skyrim.
Whoa.
Wait, you know what? Didn't I kill people outside of this house? Aren't there like bodies here? Didn't they dump like corpses down into the fire here? No. You clean them up. Yeah, they were, I put them in the fire. They have been used? Hmm. Real quick, I want to get one more follower. What should I get? Who should I get? I want to raise the dead. That's what I'm going to do. Get a Nord? Get a Horker. Can I get a Horker? I don't think I can get a giant. Let me see if I can get a Horker real quick. I'm sorry. Resist. Jonathan Horker.
I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey.
Only works on humanoids. Okay. Where's that other place that I own? Don't I own this place? But weren't there corpses in here? Like there was like ghosts and people died. Hmm. No, I don't think they're here anymore.
You have a grim look. My blood's calm. I prefer it boiling.
Where don't you own a place? It's like that bit with Craig Ferguson's skeleton. You got a place down there, Jeff? Hmm. Someone said raise a Nord. I could go to Champion's Rest again and try to raise the lad. Oh god, am I gonna do this? This is just war band now. You're raising an army. You know what I'm doing? They wanted me to join the Imperials or the Stormcloaks. We are the Donghards. Or the Orc Cloaks, or whatever you... I mean, I'm open. Donghard is pretty good, but there's already the Dawn Guard. So... Green Gang. That's one possible. Let's see if I can raise Umbra. Fuck! Alright. Yeah, he's way too dead. Maybe too powerful. Get a guard from Riverwood. I don't necessarily want to just kill a random person. I was hoping to raise someone already dead. That's why I have an idea. How about fake Serana?
Don't speak to me, Reed.
They're not Serana, but Marina.
Don't speak to me.
Welcome to Green Gang Donghard.
Too much hiding. The mortals are weak. He's a coward to fear. He should be when you like. Can't stand this hunger gnawing at me.
Okay. If you say so. How much is she gonna be talking about, you know, killing mortals and stuff? Hello. Nice, nice face you got there. Give her a cool helmet. I don't think you can give anything. Vinny Desert is posting cursed pizzas. Oh, good. I need to see those later.
You'd better be careful. With magic.
Let me just see if I can get Johnny one more potential thumbnail. Hello? Do you move?
Be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you.
Oh no.
He should be when you like.
Oh god.
Stands hunger gnawing at me.
This was a mistake.
You'd better be careful. Hey.
Bard.
You'd better be careful with that magic, if you know what's good for you.
This is insane. This is fucking insane. How many things do I have now? One.
Usually I do. Sometimes.
I don't think I want her in my house. Honestly.
You'd better be careful with that magic.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a mud crab. And then, so it's 11 plus 12 if you count the horse. 12 things. Living things-ish. Kind of. I counted the wife. She's in the back there. Hello. I brought home more weirdos. Sorry.
You'd better be careful with that magic, if you know what's good for you. You'd better be careful with that magic, if you know what's good for you.
I don't even know how Johnny's gonna get all these people, like, for the thumbnail. This is... I would say don't even try.
You'd
Like,
better be careful with
don't even bother.
if you know what's good for you. You'd better be careful with that magic
If you know what's good for you.
You'd better be careful with
Look at
that magic
when meat
if you
dances.
know what's good for you. You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you.
Oh my god.
You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you. Huh?
Still pushing me.
You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you. You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you.
Sorry, I'm just, like, lost in thought at this point. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm just like... What am I doing with my life? Hey, you got any money?
Fortune smiles on us. Here's your share, love.
Sick. 700 gold. How? Who's coming here to buy shit?
You'd better be careful with that magic.
Wait, how much gold do I have? I can buy the other fucking houses now.
You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you.
Wow.
You'd better be careful with that magic if you know what's good for you.
Alright, I think we're done here. Do you have anything to say?
Still hungry. Blood. All I can think about these days.
You'd better be careful.
Oh, what happened?
Whoa, did you hear that? Borger.
All right, we've all seen enough. Put on some clothes.
Borger got upset.
Speak. You can ask anything of me, love.
I'm good. All right, bingo? Let's see what kind of bingos I can do today. Vinny visits his home. Okay, Vinny talks about how there can't possibly be any more bugs and is proven wrong. I don't think I did that. Objects moving for no apparent reason. I saw bones moving. Dragon, nope, no dragon. Vinny can't find a place on the map. Absolutely. Unsolicited life story from a nearby NPC. Did that happen? The vampire. Just now, the vampire. Vinny says Borg or Burger to refer to Borgok. Okay. Dawn Guard materialized out of thin air. Multiple NPCs walking on each other's heels in line. I don't know. I don't know if that happened. The followers, maybe, but acquired new follower. Then he does a 180 upon seeing something he wants nothing to do with. No. Then he does a quest he did in a past playthrough thinking he's never done it before. I knew I did it. Oh, yeah, the cave quests. Yeah. Riding a horse up a steep mountain. Where'd you come from? Pop culture reference? Yeah, pretty sure I did that. Parkours. Nord voice. Hey, we got a bingo. Extreme NPC mood swings. I'd say the vampire gets another slot. Same joke is said twice. Yes. You know those places in Times Square? I'm going to say yes to spatial awareness of a rock. Oh, also Plimbo. Friendly NPC ruins Vinny's stealth. Not really. I'm going to say 2. Maybe 3, but I don't think I tried to stealth that much. So not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you for watching, everybody. Skyrim is always a bunch of fun to just do nothing in. And I still have a couple more things that I'd like to accomplish in Skyrim, including a new axe and a couple more of those quests from the Anniversary Edition. So I think one more, and then Kriken's mod. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, thanks once again. I appreciate it. Real quick, just want to say I got some Hitman that's going to be up soon. I also have some Half-Life mods that might be interesting. What else? More Halo next week, and I'm probably going to do some just random shit. I have some other interesting things that I've been meaning to check out. Maybe Zomboid. I haven't really felt like playing it, but I wouldn't mind doing maybe another Zomboid. We'll see. Okay, good night, and thank you again if you checked out the album. The fact that it is doing very well on Bandcamp is actually really helpful, which is another reason why it's good to make your albums cheap. It's 5th on Bandcamp, and that's incredible. So thank you for making that happen. It's appreciated. Good night. Plimblasia Wood.